Good morning guys, my name's Andy, also known as Fraser Flips, and today we're picking up a huge gaming job lot. So I messaged this guy a couple of days ago and I actually bought a couple of consoles off him. I bought 3 PS4s, so I got a PS4 Pro, a Slim and a Fat for 50 quid. They were all HDMI problem, but my contact will buy it and I made good profit from him. And whilst I was there, I was chatting to him and he said he's getting rid of his old collection. So I said, as a collector, little white lie just to get the interest going. And he's selling me his PS1, his PS3 and his Switch collection, as well as throwing in a few NES games. So we're going to be spending £350 and yeah, we're going to see what goodies we have. There was a couple of boxed things, there's some sealed games, and of course there's going to be some generic stuff in there. But on the last lot he sold me 194 PS4 games for 120 quid, made him about 60p a game, and we actually found a game worth £110 in there called Siren 2. So if you know that game, it's a really rare one. I've already sold that for £110, so I've got 193 games to sell for £10 to make profit. So we're going to head over there now and see what he's got for us this time. Right guys, so 30 minutes later, pickup done. Guy was lovely, he said he might have some more stuff in the attic. He said he's got an Xbox original, a couple of Xbox One consoles, so I said I might be interested in that, just let him go through it. So I might have another video coming in a few days, but I'll go home now, show you some of the bits that we bought today. There's a couple of good titles in there. He's thrown in a few extra things he found on the way. There's a couple of sealed stuff too, so always good. And there's loads of Pokemon DS games. I don't know massive amounts of them, but they always go well. So let's get home and unbox what we've got. Guys, so we've just arrived home, we're in my kitchen. I'm going to show you what we've bought. Don't know if you can see behind me, but this is the bundle we have bought. So it's got a mix of stuff. I'll go through, show you what we've picked up, and I'll go through some of the costings and what some of the stuff's worth, and then we'll show you how I'm going to list and sell all this stuff to make some money. So we'll start with the left. We've got an original PS1 there. It's got all the inserts and stuff. I've just took the cable out there, but yeah, if that's fully working, the guy said he's tested it. You can get about £30 to £40 for that. Then we've got a selection of PS1 games. There's not absolute heavy hitters there at all. There's a couple of good games like Tekken 3, Tekken 2, Tekken 1, Toy Story there. There's a couple other good ones as well, so I'll just run through them down here. So there is a lot of generic-y ones which you can just do a bundle, but we've got stuff like Final Fantasy over there, Die Hard, Tomb Raider, Rayman, Crash Bandicoot, Fade to Black, Excalibur, a couple of good titles there. So we should make in the region of anywhere from 80 to 100 for all of these. Of course we have a couple he's thrown in there, Tekken 3, Metal Gear Solid, all some good titles. But yeah, we've got 50 PS1 games and a PS1, so hopefully make around 150 for all that. Moving on, we've got the PS3 section. We've got 97 games here, so a lot of them are generic. So I'll just run through them there. I'm not too good on my PS3 games, but off the top of my head, farming simulators usually do pretty well. Going through here, Heavenly Sword, I'm pretty sure that's a good one. Again, these are the generic row here, I think. The Saboteur, that's alright. And then yeah, a lot of generic stuff here, but it was bundled with the PS1. I think this Army of 2 goes about 18 quid. The next thing we have is this 3 Nintendo Switches. He did say 2 of them have got a battery issue, they won't power on. Luckily for me, I have 2 batteries, so hopefully I can get them fixed. But I paid 50 quid for those 3. Even spares and repairs, I can get more than 20 each, so that's safe money there. Then the main attraction is some of the old Super Nintendo games. So we've got box games, which is always cool. So we've got Starwing, EA Sports, Super Bomberman. Again, if this is all fully complete and stuff, you can go for some money. And then I've got this one here, which I've never seen before. It's a burnt-in test cartridge Super Nintendo. So if anyone has any information, please let me know in the comments. I'm going to hang on for that for a couple of days whilst I do a bit of research. I did have a quick look on eBay and can see nothing like that. Again, on the thing here, it says reproduction. So maybe it's not an official thing, but it was nice just to get thrown in. We've also got one here, a sealed game, Super Soccer. It's in a case as well. And then we've just got a couple of generic ones, Street Racer, Nintendo Scope, Super Soccer, and Super NBA Basketball. We also have one of these scopes, Nintendo scopes. We've got the game and all the wires in the back. And then down here is the DS section. So we've got a sealed Pokemon Violet. Should get about 25, 30 quid online for that. Got a copy of Pokemon Moon, got all the manuals. We've got a dirty copy of Zelda, should get 10 to 15 for that. And then of course, who doesn't love a Super Mario? And then over here we've got a load of Pokemon games, cartridge only. So we've got 2 Amiga Rubies. So I've had a look online, boxes go anywhere from £40. Cartridge only, looking at 25 each. Then we've got Pokemon Moon, probably get 10 for that. And then Alpha Sapphire is probably a better one out of the 4. That can go for 30 to 35 quid. So there's 100 quid in that pile there. And then we've just got a couple of generic ones we'll just bundle up together. But overall, that is what I've just picked up. So it costs £3.50, so it is quite on the high end. However, I am confident that we'll make some money back on this. Like I say, if we make 150 for the PS1 lot, 100 games PS3, hopefully make that back. So there's £2.50. If we can get these switches working, we can get at least 50 each. I've got a load of Joy-Cons upstairs. Some of these games here can go for 20, that'll probably go for a tenner. And that Bomberman, I've had a little Google, can go anywhere from 50 to 100 depending on condition. And then of course this one, unknown. And then of course we've got all the Pokemon, 100 quid there, and maybe looking at 50 quid for that pile. And then a couple more games down there. So I reckon we'll make in the region of 500-ish. So a nice little chunk of profit there, and it pays for the next bundle. As well as I did buy 3 PS4 Pros from him for 50 quid, which have already made £175 profit back already. But yeah, there's just an example of some of the gaming bundles that I found on Facebook. He has got some more stuff available, but I just didn't have the funds to buy it all the time. I need to work through some stuff. I bought a bundle yesterday off him, and I've got all this, and I've got stock galore at the minute. I must have around £1,000 to £1,500 off unlisted stock, and sometimes you just need to put the brakes on for a sec whilst you actually have time to go through all this. Like fixing the switches can take a couple of hours, going through and checking all the games can take a while, disc cleaning the rare ones, and then listing of course. This will take me a good week to go through, so there's really no need to go and buy another big job lot like this. It just takes up space and it's just money sat there on a shelf. But please, if you've enjoyed this video, just give it a like, and thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.